Electrification works well for premium vehicles. With no engine, they're quiet and refined. Instant power and torque are what people demand in the segment. Charge at home, and EVs are more convenient and cheaper to fuel. The 2025 Q6 e-tron is the latest all-electric from Audi, going up against BMW iX, the upcoming Cadillac Optic, Genesis electrified GV70 or GV60, Lexus RZ, and the less upscale Tesla Model Y.
Audi has no shortage of all-electric e-trons. There's the Q8, the Q4, and the GT. Every one of those rides on a different architecture, as does the Q6. This is built on the premium platform electric architecture, same as Porsche Macan EV, and coming soon from Audi, the A6, which is sort of a liftback sedan.
I'm at an Audi-sponsored event in California's Napa region to check out the Q6 and the performance-oriented SQ6. This video focuses on the standard version since I feel like it's the sweet spot. Pricing starts at around $65,000 for a rear driver. The Q6 Quattro Prestige trim that I'm in is optioned up at $76,800.
PPE is an 800-volt architecture, so it can charge lickety-split. The max charge rate on the all-wheel drive e-tron has a max take rate of 270 kilowatts, which means charging from 10 to 80% at the right DC fast charger under ideal conditions takes just 21 minutes. At home, using level 2 charging, it's about 14 hours. But that's okay, you'll be asleep.
Look, 2 charge ports. The driver's side handles DC fast charging and level 2. The passenger's side is just for AC. US Q6s get 2 powertrains. Single-motor rear-drive versions get 322 peak horsepower and 428 pound-feet of torque. The dual-motor Quattro all-wheel drive models at the event pack 456 horses. The SQ6, with standard all-wheel drive, moves with up to 509 horsepower.
What do you think, frunk or no frunk? Frunk. It's not huge, but you could put the charge cord here.
Audi offered up a cool VR model of the PPE platform, which is 30% more efficient than the first-generation e-tron, while adding 33% more performance. All US Q6 e-trons get a 12-module lithium-ion battery with 180 prismatic cells. There's 94.4 kilowatt-hours usable. The PPE's power module unit is silicon carbon-based. The rear uses a permanently excited synchronous motor. The front is asynchronous. These motors are now smaller and lighter. Audi says the new front axle improves road handling and dynamics, and the steering rack is bolted to the subframe without rubber bushings for a more direct feel. Single-motor e-trons are EPA rated at 321 miles of range. Dual-motor e-trons with 19-inch wheels score 307. With the 20-inchers on this Prestige trim, it's 295. The transmission is single-speed. Recuperation drag can be added by pulling back a second time and selecting B, plus these adjust reach-in as well. And of course, there's Audi Drive Select, so Q6 e-tron can be tailored to a driver's preferences. This top Prestige model has adaptive air suspension, so there's something for nearly everyone here. My drive partner is Chris May, Executive Director of the Audi Club of North America, so you're getting 2 opinions for the price of 1.
You know all things Audi, huh?
I try. I don't claim to know all things, most things, Audi.
With everything from sun to heavy rain, we were able to test in all conditions.
Okay, so we're in the Quattro version, so Audi says this does 0 to 60 in 4.9 seconds. Let's check it out. Hold on to your coffee. I would say, yeah, they might be conservative.
There is no synthetic performance tone like the SQ6 has. The chassis structure that's composed of significant amounts of hot stamped steel is Voelk solid.
You've already driven this, and you were very curious about the driving dynamics because of the new front axle. What did you think?
Well, having driven a Q4, this is a significant improvement over that architecture. Just the steering feel. We had some pretty good twisties back there on that first leg. And, I wasn't, really pushing it by any stretch of the imagination, but the steering still felt very direct. There was no sloshiness to it at all. I think in the tech overview, we were talking about the steering rack itself. They listened to customer feedback, right? And they removed the rubber bushings that connected the steering rack to the, to the wheel effectively, to the drive column there. And you notice it, 100%. Feels way more engaging, way more direct for an electronic steering rack.
Yeah, I like it. There's a certain amount of road feel, and this isn't even the SQ6.
Right.
SQ6 is a sharper tool, and enthusiasts that can afford the extra $7,000 will prefer it to the standard Q6. But the Q with no S remains composed in the twisties, steering is accurate, there's minimal understeer, body roll is controlled too, and yet it's comfortable. Sharp bumps are dispatched nicely without bothering butts or spines much.
Gotta say, this car is really quiet. Almost spooky quiet.
Yeah. You don't hear any tire noise. You're
Nope.
barely hearing the cars go by you. It's impressive.
Yeah, we're going 70 miles an hour right now. Wind noise, I don't really hear any wind noise. A little bit. But now we're going 75.
There's no opportunity to do a true range test. The one we're in is rated at 295 miles.
When we got in, what was it, 274?
Yeah, around 275, yep.
With like 98% battery charge. It is on the colder side, 47 degrees, so that's going to sap some range. But it looks like it's pretty much on track. In fact, actually, I'm pretty sure we'll get more than 275 miles.
I think so.
If you tow, the Q6 will tug up to 4,400 pounds. Of course, that reduces range. Let's not forget that this is an SUV, about the size of a Q5, 2 inches taller. The seating position is raised a bit, not overly high. The heavy pack in the floor gives it more of a sedan driving dynamic.
One thing I like about this car is the one-pedal driving can be adjusted every which way from Sunday. If you want to really dial it in, just do that, and wow, it just really, really, really slows down. Or you can back it all the way off, and it just coasts forever.
Audi says the recuperation rate is as high as 220 kilowatts, so generally the physical disc brakes are only used for hard stopping. The optional third screen allows co-pilots to be useful. When watching YouTube, the display can only be seen by the passenger. We had no service in coastal California. Q6 is stuffed with active electronic ADAS safety tech like automatic emergency braking, adaptive cruise control, and blind spot warning. The cockpit has a true Audi feel with a vibe that's upgraded from the Q4 e-tron. This is real birch trim, not fake wood. Welcome to the digital stage with its curved immersive OLED screen, 2 of them actually, an 11.9-inch section that holds the virtual cockpit, and the 14.5-incher that's home to the newest version of Audi's MMI user interface.
I haven't been able to spend tons of time with this, but I am finding that the menu is very well laid out. Very good touch response, as you can see. The one thing that it doesn't have, like many modern cars, hard buttons. Not many of those. However, it does have Audi Connect, which means you can just use your voice. Hey, Audi.
Yes?
Where's the closest Costco?
Costco in Novato. Would you like to start route guidance?
It does have Apple CarPlay, either wired or wireless.
Chairs are heated and vented with excellent support. There's a seat material callback in the door cards and across the dash. This LED strip reminds me of the one in Volkswagen's ID.4. It signals many functions like greetings and charging. Here, it's literally signaling. Gimmicky? Maybe, but I like it. Storage? The usual stuff is here, good for those that use their cars as an additional closet. It's all finished like an Audi should be.
There isn't stretch out space in the back of the Q6 e-tron, but it's certainly good enough for a family. I'm 5'9" and headroom is solid. Knee, leg, and foot room, that's fine. The cushions are extremely comfortable. Thigh support is excellent. Door openings are a little bit on the small side if you're often getting car seats in and out. Door pockets are nice and deep. Hey, built-in sunshade.
Pockets on both seat backs is always a win. A third climate zone is available along with bun warmers in the back. Power to charge phones is here. The floor is fairly flat for decent foot room. The seat does not slide fore and aft to max out leg or cargo room. There are belts for 3 back here, but this is Q5 size, not Q7, so for maximum comfort, only 2 full-sized adults should ride in back. A trio is fine for short trips. Lots of small, useful touches in the cargo hold. I wish all cars had elastic bands like this. There's a good amount of storage under here. The charge cord is standard. Q6 has run-flat tires, so there's no spare. Remote releases are handy. 30.2 cubic feet are certainly usable, and dropping that ups the space to 60.2. The floor is not completely flat, but kudos to the Audi team for the 40-20-40 split. This is a premium vehicle after all. In my brief time behind the wheel, it's clear the PPE platform is a winner. Everything about this EV feels triple Teflon coated. Even the standard Q6 driving dynamics get a dollop of sport to complement the Luxo ride. The Audi Q6 e-tron is a smooth operator and well worth a look. Check it and the SQ6 out at your local Audi showroom. For the Seattle International Auto Show, I'm Tom Voelk.